Hey, what's going on, everybody? This is Tyrone back with Tech Life. This article comes to you guys from Light Reading. I will leave a link to it in the description so you guys could check it out. So AT&T is getting ready to spend very heavy for the second half of the year. They hinted towards that at their earnings call. They said they would really significantly ramp up. And you could do the math by looking just at the numbers, what they spent in the first two quarters. And based on the guidance that they gave to 21 to 22 billion, you can see what they have left over in capital spend. And majority of that is going to be spent on the Nokia to Ericsson conversion. Now, that's going to make AT&T a lot better of a network, right? They never really cared to upgrade a lot of the older Nokia sites. Even with the FirstNet, they were kind of semi-modern. But Nokia since then has built newer equipment, better performing equipment, more efficient equipment that AT&T really never cared to upgrade to. So AT&T had an understanding a while back that they would go from Nokia to Ericsson. They knew that. I'm thinking like many years ago already. They've been in talks, even if it was just in very early talks. They had to have been in talks for a long time with Ericsson because they never really cared to upgrade Nokia much, right? There are some. They did upgrade Nokia markets to some capacity when it comes to C-band and DoD, but they didn't go all out, and you could tell very early on. So that's holding AT&T back as well on scale, 5G availability, POPs, because there's a lot of Nokia. Like 1/3 of AT&T's network is Nokia market, like East Coast, Eastern, I think Pennsylvania, New York City, upstate New York. I think the most of that is Nokia. Phoenix is Nokia. Vegas is Nokia. So they have a lot of areas to touch. And once that happens, AT&T is going to be a better network. They're going to have more efficient, better performing equipment on the sites to begin with, more modern radios. And then all of those sites are going to come with the C-band and DoD. So that's going to mean median speeds are going to shoot up like crazy for AT&T, in my opinion. Better range from the site itself. So possibly AT&T is going through some site avoidance with this swap to Ericsson. And, in the future, it's going to lead to a lot of cost savings for AT&T's balance sheet. So overall, it seemed like the right move to do. But I still maintain the opinion that if they would have upgraded with Nokia, they would have added Nokia's newest possible equipment, that would have been a better performing network just by doing that. Maybe still not as good as Ericsson, but it would have been better than what's on sites now. And the reason I believe that is because look at the Nokia markets for T-Mobile. T-Mobile is working with Nokia. They're adding Nokia's latest radios and equipment. And the Nokia markets are performing quite well for T-Mobile. We can see it on the third-party testing. We have actual real-world usage from consumers that say Nokia is decent, right? Still not as good as Ericsson, but it is a decent performing network. But regardless, be patient. You guys will have to go through it with these rips and replace. But once it's done, it's going to be a better performing network for you, the consumer. Now, there is no list. I've seen that question quite a lot. There is no list of Nokia markets. We can identify by pictures. So if you want to send pictures, my email is in my description. You guys can send me pictures, or you can leave your city and state, and I'll try to look at it that way to see which one is Nokia and which one is Ericsson. You can leave the comments in the comment section, and then we'll figure it out that way. But pretty soon, right? End of 2026, maybe even the first half of 2027, all of AT&T's network will be Ericsson. They have a lot of work ahead of them. DAS systems need to be upgraded to Ericsson. C-RAN need to be upgraded to Ericsson. Man, I don't know if I was an AT&T, like if I was Chris Sambar, and I was in charge of AT&T's network, I don't know if I would have went this route, because that's a lot of work. That's a lot of additional capital that you have to invest back into those markets. Yes, it's for cost savings and on the balance sheet, but I don't know. I could have, with that additional amount of money, you could have built additional site densification. You could have built more C-RAN in the Nokia markets. You could have possibly already upgraded to the newer Nokia radios and probably saved a lot more cash than what you have to invest now upgrading the entire Nokia markets to Ericsson. I don't know. That's just my thought process. But if it's going to lead to a better performing network, more 5G availability, more 5G SA, more mid-band, higher median speeds, maybe more internet air, I mean, then so be it. Regardless, it's an investment that AT&T is making. It's already well on its way, and it should be better for you, the consumer, at the end of it. So make sure you guys stay tuned for more. Like, share, subscribe, follow my social media outlets. This is Tyrone with Tech Life. See y'all in the next one. Peace.